even though we're not where we want to be, like, we adapted, and that in itself is enough to fucking celebrate. Because if I would have told you we'd be doing this shit for years,
and somebody's calling us right now.
You probably would have fucking blown your head off. All right, man. Well, whoever it is, maybe it's Izzy.
Yeah, that's true.
But
hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Name is Quentin Gause. Calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
How's it going, Quentin? So we have on the phone, on the line, former XFL linebacker, former NFL linebacker for the Eagles, the Patriots, and the Broncos, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yep. Rutgers, great. Team captain, humanitarian, won a ton of awards for his off-the-field efforts. Also a journalism major, so salute to you in that. Thank you for calling us. Appreciate you, taking some time out.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Most definitely. So with, how's everything been for you with, COVID and everything? How have you kind of adjusted? And, seeing Atlanta's kind of open. Like, how have things been going for you?
It's been good. I can't complain. COVID did take, last year, the XFL stopping and, playing ball. We were only in game 5, I think, and we had to stop the season. So, it was different. Definitely took a hit, like, within my business, too. Like, we do a lot of international travel, so some of our, opportunities got stopped. But, we definitely pivoted from what we've done. But I can't complain, man. Like, you got to pivot and adjust. Life is gonna, hit you with things sometimes, and you gotta just be able to maneuver. So it's been good though.
Most definitely. And because I was covering the team last year, from the first game on, and I remember that last game, like it was the first night game for the Wildcats. Mm-hmm. Pep Hamilton and his team came in, Ricardo Jones, and people were like, "Oh, they're undefeated, like they're one of the best teams in the XFL." And I remember watching you guys, and I'm like, if they get the offense together, the defense has been holding all season. Like, if they start clicking on the same page offensively, it's scary because they had a bunch of talent on that offense. And then, I've interviewed one of your teammates, a while back. So interesting. When I watch that team and I think about all the potential that league had. And it's crazy, like when you look back on that experience, and you look at how Coach Moss kind of brought everybody together. What do you take away from that?
I mean, it definitely was an interesting team. I mean, I got to say, there was a lot of ups and downs that happened early on. Like, I know, like, coaching staff and stuff, but I would say, like, just coming together towards the end, I felt like we had a squad. Like, well, all we had to do, like, if we had the rest of the season, we would have went back down to Houston, beat Houston, man. We would have, like, just took over the league from that standpoint. I felt like it took us, like, mid-season to click, So I just thought it was an amazing staff and stuff that, we're able to just come together, like, from team to coaches. And it was an awesome opportunity.
And you look at, some of the guys who went Storm Norton, he went on to the Chargers. You look at some of the guys who ended up getting back in the league. How does that relationship go when you think about guys who, they move on? Like, not everybody on a team is necessarily going to be friends. There's a lot of people, a lot of dynamics, a lot of different relationships. How do you kind of, how do you look back on some of those relationships, going forward when you think about all the people you interacted with in that league and on the team?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I just say, like, anytime, like, those new leagues start up, or even to be in NFL, you gotta definitely take advantage of, like, networking aspect, and just act, instead of just playing football and just, keeping your head down and not talking to nobody and stuff, like, really take the opportunity to really, like, know people's stories and, like, hear people out and stuff. And that's what I did. That's what I've always done, is, like, I held Bible studies and stuff there. Like, I was diving into stories. Like, we just all kept it real, like, with each other. And it was good to, like, hear what people been through throughout their career and coaches' career, like, just hearing everything. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's like that locker room talk / like, off the field talk. Like that was the most. That's the most. Most that I'll remember for sure. But I just think that's super important in football in general. Like the locker room / just like relationships you build off the field are super important.
And when you take away your time from Rutgers to the NFL teams that you're on to the XFL, what do you feel about the XFL made you a better overall linebacker?
I think just being able to be more free and just doing what I do. I mean, I would say, I don't know. I would just say, like, I think coming from, like, playing in all the leagues I've played in, every time I've gone to another league, like, I've gotten better. Like, just if it was pass coverage or if it was, like, just being able to play middle linebacker more often, because I didn't really get a chance to do that a lot in college. I did mainly, like, Sam and Will. So it was great to, like, run the show a lot more and being able to just, continue to, like, lead, just be that leader. Like I was back in college the same way. I know everybody on the team was a captain or something, but it just felt good to, like, just lead, So, man, like that camaraderie, like it's hard to get that outside of football unless you got, like, a business and team and stuff, And I try to, like, replicate my business like that a little bit with some of my team members. But, man, it's that football, that's why I love the game, man. That's why I love it.
And with your business, Iron Visuals, you talk, I read some of your bio and how, the journalism path at Rutgers. And I mean, obviously Rutgers, like, for football, it's been down for a while, but always competitive to a point. But how do you, really let people in on all the things you accomplished and you went through academically?
Yeah, man. I'd say it's always just like that. I don't know, being persistent, having perseverance. Like I was watching The Founder on Netflix the other day, and the first line in the movie is like persistence, good old persistence. Like without it, like if you're not persistent in everything you do, like you're gonna get stomped on. You're gonna give up. You gotta keep going, and that's how the dude Ray Kroc, he took over McDonald's from those guys, right? But he ended up becoming, billionaire, at the end of the day, So, like, that same mindset, just, like, constantly going, like, never giving up, never stopping. If you get hit with a trial or you get hit with something, like, find a way to just – you might have to take a risk. You might have to give up something, but, like, just keep going. Don't stop. And that's the biggest thing I've learned over my career and just everything I've been through is just you got to keep going, man. Like, my uncle used to say, if you want to be that person that's the car on the side of the road that, like, the tire got flat and you just stop and you're good, then that's where you're going to lay your house. That's where you're going to, like, be comfortable at. But if you get to the point where, like, okay, I'm going to put a new tire on, I'm going to keep it moving down the road, and I'm going to get to my goal. Like, that's my mindset. So, like, that's kind of an overview of it all, though. Like, just with everything, that's the type of mindset I've always carried with myself since I was a young pup.
Thank you. And with your business and branding and marketing, how are you helping, younger athletes in that sense with that? And how far-reaching has your business, gone since you started?
Yeah, man, we've grown, and it's been an amazing journey. It's been a blessing. We've worked with Lamar Advertising, Google, Westgate Resorts, Burry Bounce, Sprayground, Backpacks, like different big brands, and then work at brick and mortar shops, mom and pop shops as well too. And we started off doing travel, just doing travel around different countries and stuff, filming for hotels. And that's how it started off, and then we added the marketing, branding, and all that stuff onto it later. So it's been an amazing journey with the kids aspect. I just educate the kids and let them know, like, you can do whatever you want, man. Like, whatever you have in your mind, like, just you got to keep learning that skill set, though. Like, don't just say, "Oh, I want to do it," and don't put time into it. It's just like when you watch film, you got to watch the film and understand what your opponent's doing. So, like, do the same thing with business. Apply the same principles. That's pretty much like what business is. It's literally the same principles if you're watching film, like, or you're studying the game or you play with. You got to, like, constantly be at it all the time. So I try to preach that to kids, or if I'm educating kids about that. And then I also have an online course too for kids called Football Pathway Academy, and I help footballpathwayacademy.com, and I help kids learn how to get to college on a full scholarship, and my process of how I did that when I was younger, because it was a pretty interesting story about that too. That's for another day, but of how I got to college and all the different steps we took. But yeah, man, I just try to offer as much value and try to help kids each one teach one, you know.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. And, they talk about the XFL coming back. Is that something that you're looking towards?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, somebody asked me that the other day. It was like, would you ever go back and play? I was like, I might do. Yeah, I might. Yeah, let's get back in there one more time and play. Why not? Get back on the field, and because I felt like the season got cut short, didn't get a chance to even, finish it up, play playoffs or get a championship ring. Got to at least finish it up. Get one more season. And so.
Wonderful. And last question for me again. Thank you for for coming on. It's late. The time difference. Appreciate you. So
no
going forward with that, with your business and what you got planned, what's next that you can let everybody in on?
Yeah, man. No, it's good. So I'm constantly innovating, man. Constantly coming up with stuff. So I'll just say, like, right now, people, just stay on the lookout for this continually, like, with Iron Visuals in our growth. We got a lot of different things we're working on, and you're definitely going to be seeing us in the news a lot more. In regards to just like future things, just like diving into more real estate. Going to be coming up with some like more tech companies and stuff like that. So we got a lot of different ideas we're coming up with and what we're working on. So that stuff takes a while to like build out. But yeah, man, I'm just like utilizing that football, and then anyone who's listening, that utilizing that football mindset, or just the grit, the grind behind it, of what I used to do when I was younger, waking up early in the morning, putting the work in. Like, I put the same thing into my businesses, or the same thing into what I'm trying to create. So like, whatever you want to make, create, whatever, like, ask people that are already doing it, ask for help, mentorships, like that stuff really helps. And that's what I've done, like, to help build my business, help build to where I'm going, and continually and learning and growing. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much what's going on, and looking to continue to keep on helping bring other people up with me as well too, that want to succeed.
Wonderful. And where can they find you?
Yep, people can find me on Instagram at QGause, and on Facebook as well too. There's Quentin Gause on there, and then my business is at Iron_Visuals on IG, and then you can just go to the website ironvisuals.com.
Excellent. Thank you again for calling in. We appreciate you. Good luck to everything that you're doing, and stay safe out there.
I appreciate it, man. And are you guys out in LA or out in
LA, West Coast?
West Coast, okay. Are y'all able to get out and stuff, or what's
It's like so
it's
much
opening,
stuff.
but it's not quite there.
Snail's pace. It is a snail's pace.
I got you. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Have a blessed one. Stay safe.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Yo, shout out to Izzy.
Yeah, nice job, Izzy.
Izzy booked his guest. Salute to her. Shout out to Quentin Gause. This was like when he was talking about it, and people were talking about, just hanging in and adjusting. That's literally what just happened. Like, we were about to wrap up the show, and he calls in at the end. So salute to him, and calling from Atlanta, no less, man. So salute to him. Iron Visuals. You can check him out on Twitter. Salute, follow him also. Rashad Wallace. No, Dwayne Wallace. My bad. Sorry, Dwayne Wallace, another former XFL Wildcat. A lot of these guys have businesses. Football is their passion, but they're doing things in the community for kids and everybody else. That's wonderful. So I guess we'll just jump to the rants and end it. You want to go first?
Not much, man. Just kind of piggybacking on these. Things Got to get on the grind and everything. You know, you can't just